As you can see, I'm one of the first ones in here, very early in the morning. The show hasn't even opened yet, but I wanted to get an early start, and they let me in. The entrance to the hotel, very, very convenient. And then you just got to do a little bit of walking. This is one of the largest building complexes in the world, the Shanghai Exhibition Center. One of the largest shows in the world. In fact, I think it's the only show going on in the world right now. And they alternate. This is once every 2 years. Last year was in Beijing, and they alternate every other year. If there ever was any doubt that the Chinese auto market is maturing, this will put it to rest. Now, I've done very, very little research on all the cars at this show. I want to see it with a blind eye. I have some knowledge, of course, but most of this I'm not going to know much about. So you come along with me and let's check it out. Okay, I'm just going to be wandering around. I have no idea how this is all organized. It's giant, it's multiple floors, multiple halls. You spend all day here and not see everything. Look, check it out. It's an old Jetta. I remember these old Jettas back in like high school. All the cute girls drove Jettas. Oh man, that brings back memories. So Jetta, of course, is it's now its own brand. As always, when I look around, I'll show some interesting cars of note, but I'm obviously mostly interested in the Chinese brands, or the brands that you can get in select markets, definitely not ones you can get in the States. The Audi RS e-tron, wow. I'm not a big fan of the color, but that is a sexy car, man. This is much bigger than the Guangzhou show that I went to last year. You can watch that video here if you like. Volkswagen Voleron. Of course, minivans are all the rage here. They're like executive vehicles. This is the one, the new Volkswagen, the ID.4. This one is their new electric vehicle. A lot of electric vehicles, of course, here. But look at the size of the wheels on this thing. Wow. I like that. It's very futuristic. This is a good looking car, man. Look at the lines on this. It's kind of got the hidden back that you see in the Ford Mach-E. That's some serious equipment there, man. Presentations here are really impressive. I mean, look at the size of the screens on every pillar. They go all out. Sport wagons, not really a thing in any other market other than Europe. They have an army of cleaners everywhere. Skoda, which is a brand most people in the West have never heard of. It's an Eastern European brand. A couple years ago, I'd never heard of it, but I do see them on the road here in China. Yeah, very big display, but nothing really of note that I can see here. They seem to be pretty well-made cars for the most part, but yeah, they just kind of blend in with everything else. Still very, very early in the show. There's hardly anybody here yet. I'm trying to get through some of this pretty quickly before the crowds show up. Mazda is one of the smaller booths here, it looks like, but I kind of like the Mazda CX-30 EV. Wow, I kind of love it. No, that's the CX-4. So this one here, they don't sell this one in the States. Looks like it's been a little bit updated. No, it's kind of the same. But this one, boy, I really like that one. That's a good looking car. There is so much to see and do here. It's giant. Okay, here's a brand, Ceres. I don't know about this brand. I don't know anything about it. This is the Ceres SF5. God, there are so many brands. It's an electric car, huh? Another electric brand. It's very, very low, but this This area back here, it sloops up, so it's very sporty. So from what I can tell, the Ceres, this SF5 is their only model. They've got a bunch of them here. It's a good looking car. I just don't know anything about it. I'll have to research it some more. Alright, next is Lynk Co. Lynk Co's got a very, very exciting looking display. This is very big. As you know, Lynk Co is a sub-brand of Geely and very, very popular, especially with the younger crowd. Good cars, very, very good cars. I'm debating whether or not the Lynk Co is better than the Way. This display for Lynk Co is insane. Look at the lights. Looks like you got some pony rides for the kids. Some giant VR helmets over there. This is one of those 3D screens. This is the 05 plug-in hybrid EV. This is the one with the fastback. This is the coupe style. Okay. As you can see, all the Lynk Co's have this this light feature. This, you know, 3 stages, one on the top, the main one, and one on the bottom. In my opinion, the plug-in hybrid EVs are going to be the one most consumers are going to want in the near future, at least. Here's the new 06. See, they got this funky pattern here in the D-pillar. That's strange. Can you see that? You can see here the design cues are very, very, like, you know, millennial, I guess, you know. And look at these speaker grills. Just odd, but quality wise, I mean, this is like a leather and a denim. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. Yeah, I don't mind the orange band here, but this kind of graphic here on the dash, it's distracting. I'm not a big fan of it, really. But I do like the rest of this cockpit area here, wireless charging, and I like that there's a real shifter. It's not a dial shifter that a lot of them seem to be going to. A lot of strange angles in here. I mean, I love these seats. These seats are great, but the angles of, like, the elbow rest and the door, I mean, it's a loud vehicle. This is the O2 hatchback in pink. Or purple, I guess, maybe, right? They call it an SUV, but it's not. It's just a slightly raised hot hatchback, I think. This is the 01. A feature I am seeing on these seats is like a mixture of materials. You've got hard plastic, you got leather, and then you got this denim on the top. I kind of like that. It's something different and new. The Chinese love German brands. In fact, when I ask my friends, almost all of them exclusively say that the Germans make the best cars in the world. So Audis, Volkswagens, BMW, Mercedes, these are the ones that everyone seems to want here in China. Of course, the R8 hasn't changed much in all these years, but still pretty freaking awesome. Oh wow, they got a lot of different versions of the ID4. This is the ID4X. Again, a very interesting combination of materials in the seats. This instrument cluster on the actual steering column itself. Very, very interesting. I kind of like it. It just seems open with lots of space. Hard plastics everywhere, but not a bad looking design. I mean, these door handles, they look like regular handles, right? But they're not. They're electronic. They don't flip up. Interesting. Oh, I really like Audi's display. It's big. It's almost half of this hall. And then over here you have Li Auto, the Li SUV. I did a full review of the Li SUV, the Li One, which is a beautiful car. I love these SUVs. You can watch that right here if you like. Oh, about a year ago I did a walkthrough of the Chery brand, a showroom in Zhongshan. You can watch that video here if you like. Chery is an interesting car brand. They have a history of not being very good quality cars, but that's changing. These new Cherys that are coming out are very, very cool and very nice. And of course they have their new sub-brand EXEED up there, which is also very, very exciting. Oh, I see it. Wow. Look at the floor, how it lights up like that. That's insane. These little EV cars being made by all of the brands now are very popular because they're very affordable. And here's Chery's new one. I see a lot of these on the road here in China now. This is a new one. The Chery. Look at this electric vehicle. Look at the dash. Look at the grille. Windmill. Wow. I kind of like that. That's kind of interesting. Just something new. Here, it continues down here too. All right. This is a common trend. I'm seeing a lot of cars now. There's a couple trends. I'm going to point them out, but you can see the 3 tiers. Yeah, it seems it's okay. I mean, it's not 100% perfect quality, but it's interesting. I mean, you can see here. But look, the design continues on the doors. EQ5, more of these windmill things right there. It's a little overkill, I think, and it continues to the wheels. Let's move up to EXEED. I've seen these. I haven't seen too many of these on the road, these EXEEDs. Wow! Now that is sexy. Look at that. This is the EXEED Stellar. Oh my god! Boy, I really like this one. Okay, that was just one floor of one hall. They're so big. Alright, looks like I wandered into the commercial vehicle hall. Okay, very cool. I mean, this is something you don't normally see at a consumer auto show. This is more for commercial. Look at the size of these engines. Jeez, they're huge. Look at the height of this van. That is one tall van, dude. Yes. This is a cargo van. You can just walk right in here. I'm about 5'9" and stand up. Man, this would be perfect to outfit as a stealth camper. Build one of these out. Very, very cool. It's completely blacked out in here. No one will be able to see. Put a little bed, a little desk. Dreams. Dreams. That is just one tall van. And right next to it is a short van. Look at this thing. Maxus. Yeah, Maxus makes a lot of commercial vehicles. They also make pickup trucks, but look how short this one is. This is for getting into, you know, parking garages and stuff. Great little delivery van. Hotel airport vans. Pretty luxurious. Very, very nice. That's pretty big. Oh my god. Wow, look at this. Is so cool to see the new trucks coming out, you know? Look at this. I love taking a break from the passenger cars and the SUVs and everything because they all look alike, and seeing something like this. That is very impressive. Look at this fan. CLM. Autonomous drive. I've seen these Photon Dahmer Automotive. These are the new 5G autonomous buses. It's actually pretty comfortable. It's like a little screen, you got radios in here, and this drives itself. This one is all decked out with all kinds of graphics. Bling bling on that one, man. Wow. See, in addition to the car companies, you have a lot of technology companies. This is a Horizon Robotics that have a display here. Let's see what they got over here, Baidu. Oh, J-Tour SUV followed by a trailer. I think trailers are going to be very popular here too. Not everyone can afford a motorhome, but trailers are much more affordable, and I'd like to see more of this. Not bad at all. Auchan, yet another brand, fairly new brand, trying to capture the youth market. Pretty standard looking crossovers. This is the X5. I'm going to do a video about Auchan in the near future. As you all know, Wuling is partly owned by General Motors. In fact, it's got the best-selling EV in China, and that's this thing, the EV. This thing is, that's quite a camera right there. Okay, but this thing is so tiny, and it sells for under 5,000 US dollars. I mean, look at, I mean, it's so small. And then this is the new one that's getting a lot of attention, is the Wuling convertible. That's kind of cute, you know? Wulings are popular for making the bread box vans here in China. That's one of the best selling. The Wuling Hongguang is one of the best selling vehicles in China and has been for many years. But now they got the EV and they have the new truck. Look at the truck. Oh yeah. I love this. So there's a version of this truck, the base model, that's like less than $10,000 to buy. Look at that. I love that. That's very cool. Okay. A couple other interesting Wuling EVs. There's a camo one. with a roof rack. I mean, look at that. That's pretty insane. Look at these wheels. Ah, that's pretty cool. So Wuling is making cheap EVs, cheap utility vehicles, and they're crushing it in China. But don't count them out. They're not all about cheap cars. They are moving into more passenger, more mid-market vehicles. Wuling Victory. This looks like an MPV of some kind. Yeah. Very cool. Very, very exciting things happening with Wuling. And I'm excited to see that GM is part of it. What is this one? I don't know this one. Freedom. Okay. I don't know this brand. That's a tiny little car. Look at that thing. I have a mustard yellow. Oh, this thing is small. Oh man. Very, very cheap. Alright, this is the second time I've seen this exact tent set up here. Interesting. Bosch Engineering. Baojun is also a kind of a multi-company conglomerate that includes General Motors. This Baojun EV is about twice as much as the Wuling one, but twice as nice. And I actually like this one better. I think it just looks better. That's a beautiful interior. Is that Alcantara? Yeah. That's very nice. Volley wagon. Again, wagons are not very popular here. SUVs are still the king here. I mean, wagon market is still really in Europe. This one's locked, can't get in that one. The Baojun for the active lifestyle, huh? Baojun not for me, but Great Wall is. I love the Great Wall products. I have a Great Wall Havel H Leo. You can watch that video here if you like. Great Wall Motors is doing a lot of really, really exciting things, entering the truck market, the EV market, and I'm completely in love with their products. They're my favorite Chinese brand. I know I'm a little biased because I own one, but that's why I own one, because they're my favorite brand. They got a lot of really cool pickup trucks here. Yes, look at that. That's a man's truck. The Baja Shake. Wow. Look at this grill right here. Interesting. They got a bunch of them over here. Look at this one. Wow. That is so cool. I mean, it's just full of testosterone, right? Rooftop tent. I mean, this thing is for, this is for the outback, man. That is a serious, serious beast. They sell these big giant pickup trucks here in China, in Australia, and a couple other markets. And I'm seeing them a lot on the roads as passenger vehicles. A lot of middle-aged to elderly men are driving these, much like they do back in the States. More of like an urban assault vehicle. Remember, the laws are changing in China. You're going to be able to drive these pickup trucks in the cities. These are very popular. Look at all the people here. They're very popular. Oh, they have a regular cab one. Look. It's not 4-door, it's a 2-door one. Yes!
您现在听到的是来自2021年第19届上海国际车展，非常可靠的展台。我们的活动呢，最后3分钟马上就要开始了。
I love the 2-door one. Look at it. Nice deep bed. Oh my god, that's huge. What a great looking truck. You know, the materials in here feel great. It feels solid. It's comfortable. It's just a 2-door, 2-person truck. I love this. This is the Overlander version. This one was at the Guangzhou show. This one's got a little bit more luxurious interior. And it's towing one of the nicest fishing boats I've ever seen in China. Whoa, look at that. Now that is a fishing boat, man. Whoa, look at this outboard. Oh my God. That is just freaking awesome. So very obviously, Great Wall is going after the outdoorsy lifestyle. They even have leather making. You can make yourself a leather wallet. Like I said, this brand, Great Wall, Havel, Way, they all speak to me. Oh, they got an interesting version of the dog wolf. I did a video about this. You can watch it here, the big dog. Hey, Havel's getting a little crowded. It's getting a little crowded for me in there, so I'm gonna move on. Maybe.